Monday. It is November 21st. We have a couple meetings to tell you about. Actually, just one. It's at 1:30 this afternoon. It's the GRF Media and Communications Committee meeting, and you can check that out at 1:30 in the boardroom. On our show today, we have Annie McCary, who is here on behalf of the Third Mutual Board, and she's got an update for us. And then we talked to Dr. Young over at Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center, and he's got some great information for us, as all of our doctors do. So stick around for that. All right, let's take a look at our weather. Well, our weather is shaping up to be a very lovely Thanksgiving week. Take a look at these numbers: 73.53, 72.50, 73.54. Thanksgiving Day, 75.58. And of course, that's why we live here in California. And then on Friday, 75.57. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:28, and our sunset will be at 4:45. Now, 4:45 is kind of early. I almost feel like it's 8:30 at night and just want to go to bed early. So hopefully you're getting some extra sleep these days. All right, when we come back, we will have Annie McCary, so stick around.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Are you struggling to hear in your noisy dining room? Do you have to pause and think about what people are saying so you can figure out the words? Do you find yourself lost in conversations? Can you hear but you don't understand the words people are saying? You need to get on the Ark. No, not Noah's Ark. This is Stewart's Ark hearing aids with artificial intelligence. You will never know how much better you can hear until you listen to the clear sound and noise right in our office. Call us today. Don't miss the boat, and tell them Stewart sent you.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
At Freedom Village, we want you to create a life worth believing in.
Staff is fantastic. Whenever you need help, they're there to help you.
I met so many people. I have so many friends now compared to when I was, living by myself. I didn't have hardly any friends.
I have to say it was one of the best decisions of my life.
It's like living in a resort. It's just the nicest way to live.
Welcome back. Well, we have Annie McCary here, who is going to give us a Third Mutual Board update. Well, welcome. Nice to see you.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, well, you've got lots of good information, and I like the fact that we're going to, go through all these different things because, sometimes we just don't know a lot about the committees. We hear about the overall stuff, but not necessarily what's going on with committees.
Exactly.
So thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Again.
So let's talk about advisors. So what is a committee advisor? What is that?
A committee advisor, what we're looking for is someone who is not a member of the board, but actually have a desire to serve the community, but also has some expertise in a certain area.
Okay.
And though the expertise is not required, it certainly is helpful to have some background information about the different aspects of serving on the board and the committees.
Okay. So there's a variety of expectations, though. So you like to have them have some sort of background in whatever it is they're doing, but you don't have to, right?
Exactly. So
Okay.
let me just tell you, there are several different committees that we're actively seeking people for, and those are the Landscape Committee, the Alterations Committee, Maintenance and Construction, and Compliance. Those are the main committees that make the bulk of the decisions about the mutuals. And so we're looking for people to serve on those particular committees right now.
Okay.
And so we have some expectations for the advisors. Part of that is they will get an agenda packet to let them know basically what's on the agenda for that meeting. So we would like for the advisors to review the agenda packet and share some of their thoughts regarding the appropriateness, the merits of various policies and activities being discussed. Another thing that we want the advisors to know that sometimes we have closed meetings where confidential stuff is being discussed. So advisors are not required to attend those. They also are not a voting part of the committee. We also have some other rules for the board members, which has to do with our social media policy, and there is a signed statement about social media, so that is not a requirement for an advisor.
Okay.
And when at the committee meetings, if you're not able to attend a meeting, we just ask that you notify the chair that you won't be there.
So the amount of hours probably isn't the same as if you were on the board.
It is nowhere near the amount of time as being on the board.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay.
All right. So you mentioned landscape. So what are some of their priorities in which you would like someone to help you with?
So these are some of the priorities, and we want the committee members to know this is not a comprehensive list of the priorities, but some of the key ones: reducing costs while maintaining the service level, improving the beauty of landscaping, which is a biggie, ensure staff is trained on the appropriate landscape and customer service process, and review some of the landscape-related policies and resolutions.
Now, how many people do you have on each committee generally?
Each committee, it depends on the committee. Normally there's an odd number.
Okay.
So with committees, there's usually 4 to 5, sometimes there's 3. Okay. Some of the committees which we're not seeking an advisor for, like the Finance Committee, is a committee of the whole, which comprises the entire board.
Oh,
but some of the other committees, some of the smaller ones, may not be that many.
So if somebody was a little hesitant to participate with the committee for fear that they wouldn't know what to do, there's always someone else in the committee that would help them.
Absolutely, absolutely. And later on, we'll have a slide that shows whom to contact where they can get some additional information.
Okay, perfect. Okay. And then you mentioned alterations, need some.
Absolutely, the alterations. We're doing a lot of work now with alteration standards.
Okay.
And so we're finding that what we would like for the priorities are to revise the alteration processes and to improve ease and speed for members. We get a lot of complaints about the alterations process because it's a lengthy process.
Yeah.
Some of what the committee is doing right now is looking to revise the process to make it easier for contractors to do business within Third Mutual.
Okay.
And we also, another priority is to improve service for members and residents.
Okay. Well, good stuff. You know, we want everybody to have a smooth process, that's for sure.
And oftentimes, because we're such a diverse community, and because this the Third Mutual was built so many years ago, a lot of the regulations have changed over the years, and so we're reviewing those processes and those standards. So it's take a lot of commitment to go through all of that.
Yeah. And maintenance and construction.
Maintenance and construction is another they're all important committees, but maintenance and construction is huge, and they've set some priorities to reduce costs while maintaining service levels, ensure, and we call it M&C, but it's actually maintenance and construction related policies and regulations to make sure that they're clear and relevant, ensure approved projects that are on schedule and without much cost or any cost, and improve service to residents.
Okay. And then compliance.
Compliance is another very, very key committee, and they have set some priorities. Again, these are not all of the priorities, but these some of the key priorities. Modify the process and communications to be more considerate and compassionate for members. Ensure policies and resolutions are clear and relevant. ensure appropriate data collected to accurately track compliance-related performance for the board.
Okay. And I know that over the last couple of times that we've talked to you, there has been some changes regarding some of the behavior, that's been going on. I know you have a policy now for harassment.
We do.
And this would be part of this process, right?
Well, we would look at those guidelines and those resolutions, so absolutely.
Okay, great.
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. And then you mentioned the committee chairs, so we have different folks here.
Yes, absolutely. For the Landscape Committee, Chair Director Ira Lewis, and there's his contact information. For the Architectural Control and Standards Committee, Chair is Jim Cook. The Maintenance and Construction is Director Ralph Ingdahl. And Resident Policy and Compliance Committee, Chair Mark Laws.
Okay, good. And we have their emails there. However, you can also get their emails and contact off the website, lagunawoodsvillage.com. Is that under governance?
Under governance,
Perfect.
Absolutely. And also, our President Mark Laws sends out a weekly email. And his email this week talked about committee chairs and the information, the same information here, as well as the contact information is included in that email.
And then just to be clear, that those people who want to be on any of these committees, they do need to live in Third.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You have to be a member of Third Mutual.
All right. Just wanted to make sure everyone knew that, because somebody might be new and then they come from a different area and want to participate. So
absolutely,
you have to live in the area in which you represent.
You absolutely have to. And again, you don't have to be an expert. If you don't have the qualifications listed, we encourage you to contact the chair. And you still may be able to offer some benefit to the committee.
All right, perfect. Yeah. Well, I know this is a little bit of news. This is your last time that you're going to be here on behalf of Third.
Yes.
We are very sad to see you go. However, we'll still see you with the Heritage Club, right?
Absolutely. I still am a member of the African American Heritage Club. Okay. And the reason I'm not going to be here representing Third is that looks like I am the newest member of the Laguna Woods City Council. And I say looks like because the results as of now are not official, but I have a significant lead, which is almost guaranteed that I will be the next sitting City Council.
Perfect. Well, you're going to have your hands full over there. There's a lot going on, and boy, they really are on top of things. And we've talked to so many of their City Council members, and that library is going to be available. And so a lot of good stuff happening over there. So congratulations. And
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, and I will. And I just wanted to say what an incredible experience it has been for me serving on Third Mutual Board. It's an experience that I would encourage any resident who loves this community to get involved. We talked about being an advisor, but also there are some openings on Third Board. And when I joined the board, my background is healthcare, nursing. It had nothing to do with architectural control and standards or alteration. It was basically healthcare. And it was an opportunity for me to learn about what it actually takes to govern this community. And it's a wonderful experience. And I really encourage any resident to think about serving on Third Mutual Board.
Well, you get firsthand information, that's for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Thank you again, and good luck to you. And we'll see you probably next month regarding the Heritage Club.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. If you want any information regarding what we have talked about, or you're interested in any of the boards, you can send an email to generalmanager@vmsinc.org, and they will forward that to the appropriate person. Or as we mentioned, you can always go to our website, lagunawoodsvillage.com, and go to governance. We'll be right back.
At Genesis of Laguna Niguel, we care about every customer and treat you like family. So think of us kind of like a good grandson. We take our time to go over all your new Genesis's technology features, step by step, all in the comfort of our showroom while enjoying complimentary refreshments. Or if you prefer, we can deliver your new Hyundai and cover everything in person. It's that easy. For a simply better buying and ownership experience, visit Genesis of Laguna Niguel.
Diane's Hallmark in Laguna Niguel is now an Elam's Hallmark, and we are excited to be part of your community. We have just remodeled, and you will be surprised by the wide variety of fashion and accessories, home decor, collectibles, Disney, Peanuts, Harry Potter, and Star Wars, along with the largest Hallmark card selection in town. Stop in today and sign up for our Crown Rewards program and get a free Just Because card. Once a member, you can get a free card once a month. Elam's Hallmark, your neighborhood gift store.
Welcome back, where we have Dr. Jeff Young here on behalf of Memorial Care Medical Center. Well, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. We were chit-chatting a little bit off camera, and you know, you have kind of a local history, and then you also went to Alabama. So let's find out a little bit more about you. Where'd you go to school?
Yeah, so I actually went to school for my undergraduate studies at UC San Diego. And then I went to, did my medical school training out in Western University of Health Sciences in Pomona. And lastly, I completed my internal medicine resident training in Brookwood Baptist Health in Alabama.
Okay. Yeah. And then you came back home.
I did.
Are you happy to be home?
Yeah, it's actually really welcoming and getting really back adjusted to everything, so yeah.
Right, right. Well, excellent. Well, tell me now, you are part of the Memorial Care Medical Center, so not actually the hospital, a smaller group which does internal medicine.
Correct, yeah, so our Laguna Woods clinic location is out in our it's in the Aldi's Plaza, and actually we have typically an office of right now 2 physicians right now working there. Mm-hmm.
And is it busy?
It can get really busy, yes.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Instead of going to the hospital, why do people go to the medical centers?
Yeah, so for these medical centers, usually we try and target preventative health for a lot of these patients. And many times we just want to make sure, you know, are you taking your meds correctly? You know, are we making sure all your medical conditions are all well taken care of? Yeah, and so that way we can prevent, you know, patients from actually going to the, you know, hospital. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you guys said you focus mostly on preventative medicine. So how do you do that being, you know, an internal medicine doctor?
Yeah, so overall we like to, you know, approach things from a whole. I like to just, you know, take a look at your medical history, take and see what medicines you're on. You know, do we have any medical conditions that we need to know or figure out about for them? And then lastly, we just try and make sure they understand what's going on. Because I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is knowing, you know, what you do outside of the clinic. You're making sure you know what to do at home, because that's where most of your care involves.
Let me ask you this. You know, obviously there's a difference in the way that doctors approach things, right? Maybe someone who's been doing your type of work for 40 years might approach something differently than someone like yourself who may have, you know, obviously not 40 years. Do you think that's the case?
Yeah, so I think experience can tell you one thing, but also keeping up to date in modern medicine is also really, you know, important. And so I think being able to understand and convey what you know to the patient is very important. But at the end of the day, you have to understand where the patient's coming from, understanding, you know, what they want, how they want to approach things, and so it's always catered to them at the end of the day.
All right, excellent. Now, interestingly enough, I've actually never talked about this with the doctor before, about driving.
Yeah.
Now, we have many folks here in Laguna Woods who may be of an older age that are still driving, and they have all their faculties and everything's good. So at what point do you start to talk to them about driving?
Yeah, so driving safety is actually a really important topic to talk about with patients. I think it usually comes out with 4 different sources. Usually the first is the patient usually wants to talk to me about, you know, their driving and, you know, how well they can drive. Mm-hmm. Second is usually, you know, a concerned family member or, you know, a friend. Usually they're, you know, a little bit more concerned about, you know, how they're driving. Mm-hmm. Third is usually DMV will, from time to time, may send me a request, you know, to evaluate this patient's, you know, driving capabilities. Yeah. And then lastly, it's a job. Usually when they have an annual health exam, they'll talk to me about, hey, can we get an evaluation about how this patient is driving? Okay. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And, you know, they do take medications. Are there certain kinds that can certainly affect the way you drive?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Many times, you know, medicines that we always have to watch out for patients who are driving, usually chronic pain medicines, you know, medicines that patients take, you know, such as muscle relaxers, or things to help with anxiety or for sleep, such as your Xanax or your Ativan. So these are medicines that I typically watch out for patients when it comes to driving.
So when you come across an individual who is a very sensitive subject, where you go, well, maybe you shouldn't be driving and here are some alternatives. How do you approach that? That must be a tough one.
Oh, it's very tough because at the end of the day, taking driving away from an individual, I think really, limits them in their independence and able to do certain things.
Right.
If I were to approach it, it's more of just like, is this something you're concerned about? What do you think about it? How do you feel about it? So I usually go very open-ended to approach this, very sensitive topic for most patients.
Okay. Now there is a way for them to get to your location though, from Laguna Woods instead of driving.
Absolutely. So what was interesting is Memorial Care actually introduced a program called the 55 Plus, and they created it last year in August, and they basically allow free transportation from a patient's home in the Laguna Woods location and to basically transport themselves to our Laguna Woods clinic. And so this is totally free. A patient can basically, sign up for Memorial Care as their primary medical care, and basically, access that phone number on www.memorialcare.org/55plus, and basically call and set themselves up for a free transportation from their home to our Laguna Woods clinic location and back.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great thing. And this is nice that it's catered just to a certain age group. So I feel like they would be very excited about having something specific to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it helps them entail, because going to the doctor's office is challenging, and, transportation is always going to be a major concern. So easing them and allowing them to, an easier form of access for transportation is always a great thing for patients.
Excellent, excellent. Anything else you'd like to share with us?
I'm really grateful for helping and serving the Laguna Woods community, and I'll always do my best to make sure everyone gets well taken care of.
Wonderful. Well, thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Lisa.
All right. And if you want more information about the 55 Plus program, you can go to www.memorialcare.org/55plus. We'll be right back.
Hey, beach walkers, grandkid chasers, stair climbers, dance lovers, weekend warriors, and yogis. Your life demands activity, and joint pain shouldn't hold you back. Get personalized joint care that's as unique as you, with high satisfaction rates to prove it. At Memorial Care, your joint replacement patient navigator will be by your side, helping you safely return to more. Like another beach, extra hug, and one more song. More from life is calling with Memorial Care.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
At Genesis Medical Center, our goal is to treat chronic conditions with a traditional and holistic approach to get the best results. We created a program we call Diabetes Reversal, targeting people with prediabetes and chronic diabetes. The patient is closely and personally monitored. We check parameters, blood sugar monitoring, A1C, cholesterol, high blood pressure, and weight. We offer natural supplements, and we will hopefully decrease the amount of medications you're currently taking. We teach lifestyle modifications, increase confidence, and control the disease.
Our movie for today is called McCabe and Mrs. Miller, and that is starring Warren Beatty. And it is about the charismatic gambler named John McCabe, who's played by Warren Beatty, arrives in a mining community and decides to open a brothel. So very interesting. You can see that today at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without. And that is brought to you by Memorial Care. And just a few announcements. Coming up on December 2nd, we have a tree lighting that all of the family can enjoy. It will be also a toy drive. This will be on Saturday, December 3rd in Clubhouse 1 from 6 to 7 p.m. And they'd love for you to bring a new unwrapped children's gift or toy, as the Orange County Fire Authority will be there to collect those presents. If you want more information, you can always get in touch with Recreation at vmsinc.org. Then, as I mentioned, the toy drive. Now, you don't have to attend the Christmas tree lighting, is that you are able to drop off your unwrapped toy to any of our Orange County fire stations here. And if you want more information about that, you can go to ocfa.org/toy drive, and it does begin November 28th. Also, just to let you know that car inspections will be happening again starting December 3rd. Now, this is a free inspection that is done by the Laguna Woods Car Club. So they'll be doing that from 9 to noon, but they ask that you please make an appointment. So call Paul Kratzer at 323-528-1442 or visit their website, lagunawoodscarclub.com. Okay, let's check out our weather one last time. As I mentioned, it's looking great this week, just pleasant and a little warmer towards the end of the week around Thanksgiving. 73-53, 72-50, 73-54, and then for Thanksgiving, 75-58, and then Friday, 75-57. Now, you can always rewatch our program at 12:30 and 5, Monday through Saturday, and we will be back here again tomorrow at 9 a.m., and also on Wednesday. However, on Thursday and Friday, we will not have This Day. However, we will have lots of movies, and we'll announce those movies on Wednesday. Have a great day in the Village, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Captain America.
Watch HGTV.
Netflix.
Life, a series of moments. A touch, a look, a laugh. Successful people. It might not be superior imagination. It just might be superior retirement planning. Imagine what's next. Plan today, own tomorrow.